السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا مرحبا بكم أيها المشاهدين أيها المشاهدون والمشاهدات. Anyway, if you got that, you got that, and if you didn't, then welcome to this series. My name is Liaquat, and as you guys all know, my eyebrows move. Sometimes my cheeks move as well. So these days have been a bit up and down. One of my students who's now qualified, his father passed away today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannat al-Firdaus, and anyone whose parents have passed away or any relatives or friends, may Allah grant them Jannat al-Firdaus and sabr to the families that are left behind. There's nothing really, in our power to be able to bring anyone back. But what we can do for them is we can make lots of dua for these people, and we can also do sadaqah on these people on their behalf as well. That's one of the greatest things that Islam has. One of the greatest things Islam has left behind for us is this amazing concept of, we always know that life doesn't end. So death is simply a transition, moving from one place to another place. And what a beautiful time to die than Ramadan. Imagine that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows a person to reach the month of Ramadan, and then on Friday, Jummah as well. Many virtues of the day of Jummah and the month of Ramadan. And so, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us a death that is in the best state ever. So, week's over, guys. We've got one more week or so of Ramadan left. And it's kind of like reaching that stage now where we're kind of getting used to fasting. Yeah, are you guys getting used to the fast? Or is it becoming difficult? Or has it plateaued? Has it become flat? So today I actually had quite a few talks today. I had the live stream. I had which was about half an hour. Then I had a 1 hour talk on the life of Uthman radiallahu anhu. Then I had a half an hour talk on shukr. Now I've got this, and then after this I've got a talk in a mosque. It's going to be maybe for about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and I've got to drive there. So they've got the whole setup there, so I've got to do it there. And yeah, so you guys can watch that actually you're probably watching this when that's going on. So a bit of a sticky situation there. So going back to the i'tikaf now. So in the i'tikaf, as I was mentioning, one of the things i'tikaf in Masjid al-Aqsa is the Marwani. So the Marwani basically is this underground area of the masjid. This is a very interesting part of the masjid. So I think I'll probably, if you watch my videos on Masjid al-Aqsa, some of them I actually record inside the Marwani. So it's basically like an underground cellar sort of area of the mosque. This area was unknown until only recently. Like it was only maybe about 40 years, 30 years ago, 40 years ago that they discovered this. Imagine that part of the Masjid al-Aqsa was unknown for hundreds of years, and they only discovered it. And it was actually built, in the time, early time of the Muslims, they say. Because part of the Masjid al-Aqsa, what you have to remember is, part of it is from the times of the Romans, and then after the Romans, the Muslims built on it, and then after them, then you had other different Khalifas that came and they built on there, and they did, their own construction. So this Marwani place is attributed to Marwan bin Hakam, who was a Khalifa in the early years of the Muslims. So they say it's attributed to him, and some say no, it's actually just a name, and it could be any Muslim guy called Marwan. This place is falsely understood to be the place where Sulaiman alayhi salam used to keep his horses, right? So, and the reason they kind of falsely believe this is because there's these kind of like, those circular sort of rings where you tie your horse. They've got some of those over there. And people assume Sulaiman alayhi salam built Masjid al-Aqsa, so therefore that's where he tied his horses. But that's not from his time. The rocks and all that, they don't indicate that they were from the time of Sulaiman alayhi salam. But yeah, the Crusaders used to actually tie their horses around there. Crusaders did. And then this place was actually filled up later on after the Crusaders. They were there for about 90 years. They took over Masjid al-Aqsa. They made some changes. Then after the Crusaders, this area was like blocked up, that filled up, blocked, just so that no one could attack Masjid al-Aqsa from underneath, from the cellar. So yeah, so that was that. And this was a place where we actually stayed and we slept, right? So that was the sleeping place. And then in the daytime, you actually were you allowed there? Yeah, you were allowed there. But then, so in the evenings from 5 o'clock till the end of Taraweeh, you couldn't go to the Marwani, right? And it was like blocked off. But then after that, people used to go. So if you check out the videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So check out your comments then on see what you guys have said. MashaAllah, some of you guys have responded. S Khan saying, "Alaikum salam, I'm still here, Saji, most catching up with videos later. Would you say it's near impossible to express fully what a person expresses in their heart with the words? Maybe poetry comes too close." Definitely, I totally agree with that 100%. The things that you have in your mind, the things that you have in your heart, the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings, words can never hold them, right? Words can never ever hold these. Like, it's like, for example, like imagine the whole ocean. Can you put the whole ocean into a cup? No, you can't. You can put bits of it, but not the whole ocean. So feelings and emotions are like this, and maybe poetry might come close, as in it creates an image in your mind, but even poetry doesn't even come close. So that's why I think a lot of times we find it difficult to express ourselves. I totally agree. I don't want to go into a bayan there. S was saying, I'm still here before lockdown. I was watching your Masjid Aqsa vlogs. I really felt like going there. I remember saying to my family, we should all go now before something happens and we can't go. Then lockdown happened. Now watching this, I really want to go. Inshallah, definitely. Inshallah, you'll go. CSDF Mufti should do Masjid Aqsa tour after quarantine. Inshallah, yeah. So I was actually planning to go at the end of July. So if it does open up again, so inshallah we'll still be going. Otherwise, maybe next year. I wish I could go there as well. S is saying, CTP is saying, mashallah. Excellent. All right, guys. So take care. I have to get ready to go for my talk, and you guys can watch it online as well. There should be a link somewhere. It's gonna be about worshiping Allah in difficult times. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Oh yeah, before actually salam. Tomorrow live stream. I might do a live stream, but I might do it about 4ish. So just pencil that into your calendars. About 4 o'clock instead of 5. Assalamu alaikum.